You know this is the start of a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
You're all out in boats. Get attacked by something from
I mean,
the water.
it would be. Oh, okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Modaozushi. We come back as we normally do with boards and some notes. So, well, I guess there's only one board. We come back with a board and some notes. So let's first off hit that board, where I have a board changelog, and as a reminder, this board changelog comes from my previous foray into modaozushi solo. So if there's any references in here of things I may or may not have said, it's referring back to that, and I have no explanation. I changed the board, as promised, to past and present, with relationships in the past expressing what has been shown back then, and relationships in the present expressing what they will be. I unmarked Wei Ying as dead, as we are covering both past and present at the same time, and he hasn't died in the past yet. I removed the red line between Wei Ying and Jiang Shang, as it hasn't happened yet. I connected Wei Ying to Jiang Shang with a green line. I added Jin Zhuang in the past slot beside Yan Li, based on the sword evidence from earlier. I connected Jiang Shang and Yang Li with a blue line. I added Ni Hong Song and added a green line from him to Wei Ying and Jiang Shang, connected him with a white line to Lan Zan. I marked Wei Ying as part of the Jiang clan as well, and then I added Lan Kuren and connected them to Wei Ying and Hong Song with a white line, and Lan Zan with a blue line. Sorry, there were slight hesitations in there because past me did not... Remember how I told you don't call them Jiang or something like that?
Yeah.
Past me was doing that. So
Okay.
I was like...
Well, that's a family name. That's a clan name, so
But
yeah.
so my note marked Wei as part of the Jiang clan or something like that, where I was just referring to them as Wei and Jiang. It's like, well, that's confusing. Let me correct that on the fly in my own head.
That's why I prefer the courtesy names.
Well, that's never going to fly for me. They're already cemented. Then it would be very weird for me to start saying other people's courtesy names if I'm not saying these courtesy names, and on Lessons, I'm just not giving them the courtesy.
I see. Okay. Well, with that done,
Literally absolutely nothing to say about the board.
We move on to notes on episode 3. Now, again, my apologies for what will be an excruciating experience as I try to pronounce these names. They shouldn't be that hard, but yeah, I don't have experience with them.
Man, I'm just chugging on through saying them wrong. It's just like going 100%.
Ling Qingxuan seems a bit haughty to me. He doesn't even look at them when he greets them back, almost if he sees them to be beneath him. When he's passing and Wang Jin or Wei Ying and his best friend are there, and they do salute. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't have time for you.
No, I mean, clearly I know more about this guy than you do because of my thing, so it's really hard to express opinions about character personalities when it comes to, because that's like more of a visceral reaction to people. So I've got to put up a mask.
Okay. Stoneface as a word.
Well, thankfully I'm that by default. That's thus the name of the channel. Alright, before I get into mine, I'm going to again preface the fact that once again, these come from my solo reaction series, my own notes. I'm just rehashing 2 lessons, and I guess the audience that wasn't there for that, what my thoughts were at the time. And I'm only prefacing this because of the element that I know a bunch of my notes are wrong. And Lessons is going to hear how I'm wrong about stuff, and you're going to hear how I'm wrong about stuff, but again, you don't have to hit me with any commentary about it. I know that I'm wrong. Me from the future. So in the first episode, we get all the backstory of what happened at the end of the past's narrative, which I guess is how I'm going to phrase that, and the present starts as 25th year of the reign of Zhuangzang, the year of Yi You, 13 years later. In my episode 2 notes, I mentioned how we flashed back to the 18th year of the reign of Zhuangzang, the year of wuxian, which was listed as 20 years ago. I think something is clearly either wrong with the subtitles or my notes, as that math doesn't add up. It implies that the present is 13 years ago. Sorry, it's 13 years after the 12th reign of Xuanzang, which would be when the fall of Wei Ying would be, except that we go back to 20 years ago and have it listed as, again, the 18th year of the reign of Xuanzang, meaning that from the fight just outside Mo Village to Xuan Yu, going to Guso, the Cloud Recesses, another 13 years had passed in order for us to go back 20.
Yeah. It's a train leaving a station from Beijing to Cusco, and, I don't know how that happened, so sure.
Well, as I said, you don't have to worry about it. The note is completely wrong. But it's exactly what I was thinking the first time I went through this. So you're just reliving the experience of me being, I don't know, either dense or bad at math. Hold your butts, everyone. There will be a future note where I course correct, so don't worry about it.
My next note. It says, it seems that Wang Jing, or Wang Jing, already has a reputation for hitting on men if Yang Shen's reaction is an indication. That and the fact that he points out that Xishuang is betrothed to his sister.
I don't know what element you're referring to with the reaction.
The moment they pass, and he does the courtship bow, acknowledging each other. Wang Jing is like, thing, and then he just hits him on the stomach, like, don't even think about it.
I think that was more. Sister. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I think that was more just a playful thing.
I mean, he was
going to be up to mischief. I don't think that was I'm going to hit on that guy. I think that was I'm going to fuck with that guy. Not the way you're obviously implying, but I mean, that's what I'm thinking is what was up there. That all we've been shown is that Wei Ying is a mischievous little imp, and that this would be something he would be up to, especially if he didn't like that guy.
Yeah, but also considering what happens later with a certain book, well, that still is being mischievous, but,
Yeah, also there was a woman in that book.
Yeah.
I mean, it was mostly a guy and, other lewd imagery, but I think that was, I can't remember. There's a very specific name for erotic art in that time period that I can't remember the name of. My next one is just a Jin clan of Lanling, as rich as the princes. They said that, so I just made a note of it.
Yeah. It'd be the imperial court, perhaps, as rich as the princes of the imperial court.
Just note that clan is really rich.
This is wuxia, so in many ways, this sort of exists as its own thing. Yes, we're supposed to have an emperor and all that, but that has nothing really to do with what we're going to see here. The clans are going to be doing their own thing. And
well, as we already established last time, where you were trying to imply that this was based on a historical period in the comment section, it's not. That all we have to do is regard this, that there are princes in this world, and this clan is as rich as them. That's only, the overlap of these two things.
It's the statement, basically, as rich as these other people that we know are very rich. So, yeah, there you go. That's all we need to know. I think having your legs broken can be a bit of a hassle. Remember who was that? It was the servant. It was the servant too. Yeah, Huesang. Yeah, Huesang. Yeah, Huesang. He's like, I want to study this place. Like, yeah, nobody's stopping you. Just that your brother's going to break your legs. It's like, I think that would actually stop him from doing many a thing. Not all the things.
Well, no, he said he wants to study a thing. I think the one thing you probably can do with your legs broken is study.
Yeah, well, you have to get there first. He said, I want to go to this place. Like, well,
serve him, carry him.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Zizhuan is the heir to the Jin clan and Jian Chang's sister's fiancé. I think that clearly means Yan Li is his sister, thus completing the loop on how he is Jin Lin's uncle in the future. Thus the board.
So Gosu seems to be a school for the elite of the clans, and they are taught to be proper young men. So a disciplinary school for young men. I mean, it's wider studies, but it seems to be
it seems to be a sorry, I was like coordinator because I'm like we're getting them seed or something. What's it called? Cultivation. It seems to be like a cultivation school.
But cultivation is the sort of creating and improving yourself.
Right. I'm not debating what the definition of cultivation is. I'm just saying that it seems primarily, since it is the home of the Lan clan, I don't know why. Again, I keep putting a claw at the end of the clan thing when I say lawn,
yeah.
because my tongue is already in lawn, so I go claw. Damn it. Anyway, seems to be primarily their place because you don't see a lot of other clan members around there. Just the unique few that are our main character set. All right, another rare time where I actually do use a courtesy name. Wuxian's parents were friends of Jian Fengming, who treats him like one of their own. Thus, I've marked him as a part of the Jian clan as well, but otherwise, more character backstory for characters we've yet to meet. The side character also mentions that Chang and Wei are like brothers, making me wonder if Chang is going to turn out to be said brother that we know destroyed his home.
Yeah. Personal beef. Next note. As they roll out the scroll, that is in fact a lot of rules. I think it's over 1,000 rules. I don't know if they mentioned the actual number of rules, but it's a lot of rules.
Well,
So
we know
many
that
that he
they're
has to
etched
tell
into the
them.
wall.
Yeah, so people don't forget. Like, I look over here, no rules. Well, that's a lot of fucking rules right there. Fucking hell.
I mean, just to imply to you how
Also, I imagine because people can sort of fly in this world using swords and stuff like that, they just fly up there and etch them out, you know.
I guess I'm going to let it go. You've moved on. I guess I'll move on. I can't think of the word now. It's bothering me.
I'll come back to you
It's
eventually.
an I word. I just can't get there.
Fired?
No. Intense keeps coming to my head. It's not that word either.
Intense.
When you're very...
Instruction?
Yeah, but when you're very structured, it's an I word, though. You know, it's not an I word at all. It's disciplined. They're very disciplined.
Yeah, well, it's an I in discipline, so
Yeah.
I think actually two. So, yeah, I guess you know.
Well, I think it was another word, but disciplined just came into my head, and disciplined is effectively the same thing that I meant. So, anyway. I didn't realize it in the first watch, but everyone's got a frickin' brother in this show. I'm 4 minutes in the writing of this note, and I've already added 2 unnamed brothers to the board that get mentioned in passing while introducing us to a named character.
Big families. I mean, they're not clans for nothing. They literally are big families, extended families. Makes sense to me. That they're all brothers, though, that's, well, I mean, they did mention one sister, so I guess there's some variety. So Wei Jing is smart but lacks discipline, which is why he gets so bored so easily. Because he was able to come up with the answers like, oh yeah, I know this, I know this, I know this. I'm just bored. I just don't want to be here.
You say he came up with answers. He came up with an answer that got him in trouble.
Eventually, to the last question. But he was just, oh, what's this? This is it. No hesitation, no feeling that he was ever going to like, oh, like you're in class, you're like, well, I think I know the answer. Like, no problem. I have. In fact, he said he had the answer, but he came up with a better answer, which, got him into trouble.
Well, I mean, clearly it's not a better answer.
Better answer that he thought was better answer because he thinks he's smarter than everyone else.
Okay, Waver Velvet. I don't know, you're enough of a Fate fan to make a connection to that.
Yeah. Fate Zero, to be precise.
Well, to be fair, I think he's in a lot of other ones. He's got his own side story, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
They say that Wei Ying doesn't practice swordsmanship, but he stood up to the prized student of Guso pretty well. Also, when Hong Sung was listing out the broken rules, Lanzan broke 2 of them himself, so clearly not as squeaky clean as he'd appear.
I mean, again, Wei Ying, I think, is supposed to be something of a prodigy as well. It's like, yeah, I don't have. Why waste my time with? I already know how to use my sword. I don't have to do that.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm indicating, is that Lanzan is supposed to be like the best, and we just saw him standing toe to toe with Lanzan in a sword fight.
And this is the part that you told me that made you angry, so I'm going to repeat it word for word. Spirits come from the living plants and animals, demons from humans and ghosts, and from the dead, monsters from dead plants and animals.
Yeah, I know. It's in my notes, too. As I just copied and pasted it to you, word for word, as you just read it to me. And don't worry, if I wasn't going to mention anything about it now, future notes of mine will get increasingly angry about this, so glad you're keeping a note of it, so that you might possibly also become frustrated.
Depends what actually happens, which I don't know because I haven't seen it, so.
Yep, well, again, I won't harp on it as much anymore. I've already let it past. but past me, in note form, is going to get angry again. So, prosper their family at the cost of their clan is an odd way to phrase something, and I have to admit that I don't fully understand what it means despite knowing the answer. When Mao from the Wen clan. That's not an invitation for you to explain it to me. I literally just said I know the answer.
I know, but I'm trying to understand it for myself.
Prosper their family at the cost of their clan.
Clan and family. Clan, I guess clan is not merely an extension of the family, which is interesting. Unless we're talking about a satellite family attached to the clan.
No, it's probably just a branch sort of thing. The clan is the entire tree, whereas the family is the branch.
A cadet branch of the clan, of the family, yeah. Now we know where Wei Jing got his idea for necromancy and why they are not accepted. This whole scene explains a lot in few minutes and does it very well by using a classroom, thus avoiding the as you know trope. Which you already had a couple of times where people literally tell us, as you know, this is how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, usually from the narrator. Ni clan's ancestors used to be butchers.
I mean, you can say, well, that's literally, it's like, well, I mean, it depends what they were butchering, It applies either way.
I think it's implied it's obvious it's going to be animals because if they used to be butchers, I don't think we'd be saying it so laissez-faire.
I'm going to call the Wen clan the Jerk clan from now on.
The which one?
The Wen clan.
Oh, okay. So I thought I heard you say Wei, and I was like, there is no actual Wei clan as far as I'm aware.
When.
All right, we'll see how that develops. So obviously Wei Ying is in a Voldemort situation. He's literally just put out his desire to use forbidden forces in front of a classroom of people. If he was going to be stopped, this would have been the time. Of course, I'm pro-necromancer, part of the reason I started watching this in the first place, so I'd certainly not be rooting against him. Hell, I was drawn as him.
Thing to say about that, it's pretty accurate. But my next note kind of goes into that. I still don't know exactly how harvesting the emotions of evil spirits helps in cultivation, although I understand that as negative emotions, they are to be avoided.
I think the idea is that they're animated by their negative emotions.
Yes.
Right, so if you harvest the thing that's animating them, they wouldn't be animated, would they?
Yeah, I mean, again, how does that work with inner peace and bettering yourself? And
you're literally jumping outside the sphere of the question.
Yeah.
You try to ring around the floor. The ring is the information that they're animated by their emotions. Now, if you train them of those emotions,
animated by their yeah.
But if you train them of those emotions, they'll stop being animated. And you're like, well, what about all that stuff? Well, that's outside the circle. Stop looking outside the circle.
That's my question. It was my question originally.
Have some discipline and stay within the circle.
I'm sticking within the concept of my original question.
Right, so am I. Except that you added stuff at the end of the question that should be outside of the scope of the question, is what I'm saying. You have to appreciate the sound of a whisper if you're going to have a conversation with me. Focus on the small things before you start expanding outwards. I mean, only specifically in this case, not to sound pretentious, but the element is that they've only introduced like one thing, and you're reaching outside of the thing that they've introduced with stuff that you know from like Real World and other shows and stuff like that. They're not focusing so much. I mean, in the element you're bringing up the classroom stuff, not so much the element that you're going to have to spend 2 months here in this library with me.
A month, I think. Was it just a month? Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's a long period of time from which we kind of just segment our way through. So the Wen clan guy says that most clans are dependencies of theirs, so the Lan clan alone won't pose a threat to them. I don't know if that means that they are the primary clan to sort out evil that everyone relies on, or that every other clan is a part of the Wen clan. I suppose something to be sorted out later with more exposition. I should also note my final note.
Yeah, we don't know what exactly are those dependencies. So, my next note: let's cheat. Oh wait, that didn't work because Lan Chan was there.
Well, I mean, also from the element of let's cheat. Instantly next scene, it didn't work. No scene of it not working. Just instantly to the next. Oh, well, that didn't work. Kind of like we were doing a Bill and Ted. the cage drops. Oh yeah, well after we get out of here, we're gonna go back in time and leave the key right here. We don't actually need to see any of this happen. We'll just assume it happened.
What's my note?
You acted like I didn't react to it. Did you? Did I not hold the
No,
button
but
down?
I'm saying
Did you just see
your
me
next note.
pantomime a bunch of stuff and then interrupt me?
No, I'm saying like, okay, there was a pause of silence, like, oh, dead air. I guess it's time for your note.
I ended my last note by saying that was my last note.
That's why I'm not paying attention, folks. That's what happens. Oh, well, then I keep on going because I have more notes. Not a lot of them, but I do have them. The library then expands upon the values of young men were expected to a whole, though these values, they would cultivate a better spirit. With some gorgeous animation, by the way,
I think it was mostly about discipline. And that's because I just apparently rediscovered the word. But I mean, I think it's more so literally about discipline, about calming down and following the rules and whatnot.
And respecting the coin of the realm, which I think was very interesting. In other words, trust in the system, trust in the very Confucian. Yeah, Confucian. I don't know why I say Xian, because that's not the way it is. And the contrast between the two of them is the worldly Wei Jing versus the spiritual Lang Chan.
I don't know if I'd say spiritual.
Oh, he's the one who meditates. He's the one who doesn't have.
He's disciplined. Again, I'm not throwing the word around because apparently I've rediscovered it only recently, but he's very disciplined. Again, I keep thinking like Spock-Kirk relationship.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call Spock spiritual. And nothing that Wan Zan has done, I would determine as indicate would be spiritual. I'm very much of the rules. I obey everything that we have established here.
He is the enforcer of the rules.
No, Lan Kuren, I would say, is the enforcer of the rules as the mentor figure of the entire school. Wan Zan is just the prized student. Also, well, no, sorry, I can't remember if that's been indicated yet or not. Yeah, but no, I mean, nothing he's done, I would say, was spiritual. He was just disciplined. Yeah, there's a better word for this, but I can't remember what it is. But he's very much, just doing everything required and living that life.
On my last note, and this literally is the last scene, right? You didn't expect the water spirit to just go away now, did you?
Well, of course not. We got that before when the Wen clan shooted up river.
So those were my notes.
All right, well, I guess there's nothing left to do but to hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
And again, and for everyone who's seen my solo reaction to all this, the thing I said 70 times in a row, the longest opening in animation history.
Is it?
It's like a minute and a half. It's just really long. Like it's not like
it's not
absurdly long. It's not the Spaceball 1 goes across the screen long. Although it might be. I don't know how long that actually lasts. Maybe that's probably like 7 minutes for as far as I know. It's just
I think like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
It's not absurdly long, but it's like
go.
so long compared to every other. By the way,
I mean that's parodying
this
the
out of
opening.
Context. It's not absurdly long. It's just so long. What the fuck are they talking about in there?
Well, it is parodying the intro of Star Wars, where you see the. No,
I'm sorry. I'm not. I've moved on. I was using that as an example point, but I'm still talking about the opening of the show.
Okay.
Like usually an opening is what 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
So this is 2 to 3 times the length of a normal opening, and this is what Crunchyroll decided to do this show because you've seen episode 1. I went and showed you the real opening, which is normal opening length. You know what it is? I imagine as someone experienced in editing like this, it's probably someone sat down and said, how much of the song do I think is good? And this guy saw too much. Too much of the song is good.
A squatting lake. Well, I guess we're going to deal with the river monster then. guess the river ends up in a lake, and that's what. Wow. Oh, you see, CGI is obvious. It was not horrible, but it's.
No, it is horrible. Just don't focus on it.
Yeah.
I made a point of not even mentioning it last time.
Man without a face crosses bridge.
Some man without a face. That's that Dire Straits music video level of CGI.
It was great when it came out in 1983, 84.
There's this guy. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't remember that last time. Lan Koren is off doing a knee clan thing. Says someone that they'll never plan, ever.
Milky frozen dessert.
Even though it looks like meat from the
So ice
backside.
cream. So it's ice cream. He's eating ice cream.
Yeah, but from the backside, doesn't that look like meat?
Yeah. I suppose it's supposed to be like the thing you roll, cones, right?
Cornetto. Is this sponsored? Did they have Cornetto in China?
Okay, how do they freeze it though? Do they have like a snowbag? Like they have like I don't know. I guess it's a part of
I guess point of order. They did mention Yan Li again. And rare Jian Chang's smile. Oh, look at that. They're referring to it as a monster now. Not a demon. Monster has a specific definition, as you recall.
Ah, that's the older brother.
See what I mean, though? Hair under the band, hair over the band. Only physical difference between the two.
I think they have different colored eyes, though, don't they?
Well, yeah, but I don't notice eyes all the time. Especially not like an action scene or something.
Crash.
魏无羡，你是故意的吗？这么宽的河道你走哪儿不好，非要往我这儿撞？算我没长眼，大不了陪你几坛糯米酒。
To be fair, if you were looking forwards, you would have noticed him not looking forwards.
那我就只要你们云梦江氏的人都离我远点就行。你这话什么意思？
Oh, he got offended. Is everybody on the boat now?
Well, it's a boat area. What do you want? So you went to Venice and said the same thing. Is everyone on boats now?
Comes the demons.
But yeah, man, he just said, keep your Jian Chang away from me. Jian Chang, your fiance's brother. It's like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
You know this is the start of a D&D campaign.
Yeah.
You're all out in boats. Get attacked by something from the water.
It would be. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it would be a cool beginning, yeah.
Or just offered to buy him food.
Yeah.
But no, it totally is Galantry Kingdom of Magic. This is how the campaign starts. From your Wisteria campaigns.
I guess he's not much of a fighter.
Huang Song? I don't think so. He's the one that wanted to study the other stuff. His brothers will break his legs, remember?
That's the older brother, yeah. Seems to be pretty good with a sword.
Again, all we know is he doesn't practice the sword.
水鬼都撤了。水鬼作祟，不止在碧灵湖吗？情况比我预想的更严重。
It's funny because I live in Emerald Lake.
溜得真快，怀桑，你预
No, I'm not doxing myself. There's a million Emerald Lakes.
其余人全随我一同去往碧灵湖。
Oh, this turned into an adventure now. We're all going to the lake.
What, you mean all that foreshadowing about the demon monster thing wasn't actually a...
Yeah.
We never went back to that. That would be fucking crazy.
本公司，
This actually could have made for a great good start of the entire series.
为此
But you wouldn't get a feel for who the characters are. But still, as far as plot is concerned, I think it would be good.
I don't know. The element of doing things in a progressive manner might have been weird.
这就奇怪了。
But just the element of starting here and then winding up with Mo, whatever the fuck his name was, I can't remember.
而且
Because the other guy would just appear out of nowhere. Now we're kind of sort of invested. Also, we have to wonder what the Lin Jin stuff was and everything like that.
Yeah,
we know where we're gonna end up. Now we have to figure out how we get there.
所以单靠拉网就更抓不住他了。要是有什么东西能像罗盘那样指出邪祟的方位就好。喂，低头看水，专心找你的，别老异想天开。
Oh, he's also because he's also an inventor as well, which is something we couldn't have gotten without getting the original. So maybe he's the one who invented all those magical aspects, like the bells and
Bells, the thing we saw only one of.
the magic bag, the bell, the other.
The bell was something that happened due to a summon, no different from when they do the little circle things up here.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the flags, I think.
Yeah, the flags. Oh. Last sound, the last sound. Xiang, Xiang. Oh, that's giving him the up down.
No, that was entirely down.
喂，冷战，看我，看我，
Chang. Down.
喂，对不起，你能不能干点正经事？
Even getting wet is an offense. Damn, he's strong.
Well, he's also used a bit of momentum.
True.
水鬼，魏公子，你是怎知他们在忘机传递的呢？简单，吃水不对。
So I didn't want to interrupt your up down comment.
但吃水却比两个人的船还深。
Because that's what he was looking at. He wasn't giving him an up down.
嗯，果然经验老道。蓝湛，刚才我不是故意泼你水的，水鬼可精了，要是我说出来，他们听见可就跑了。哎，喂，离我呀，蓝二公子，来。
Yeah, there's always a bigger fish.
Literally, you know the whole classification. There's only 4 classifications you can use.
来了。
Nice. The brothers work very well together. Well, how effective is cutting water? I don't. Well,
I mean, it's more about cutting through water.
好记，和米，随便。子见有灵，随意成活，是为不敬。当初江叔叔赐剑给我，让我起名，我怎么起都不满意，想让江叔叔帮我起一个，就答了句随便。谁知剑出好后，还真叫随便了。喏
Literally, it's called whatever.
荒唐。
And we already know what Lanzon's sword is called from the future. Dustless.
Dustless, yes.
Because I put it in my notes, so now I remember. Of course, your guy here, Jian Cheng, uses a whip in the future, so don't know what's going on there.
什么东西？这是
Woman's hair?
It certainly looks like hair. Sushi.
Oh shit.
多谢几位公子出手相救。
齐王，分明有水鬼压网的，怎么？
Oh, now they're water spirits.
They have human forms.
No, I'm saying we went from a demon to a monster to water spirits.
喂，那这
Only one left, and we'll hit the whole 4-quadrant thing.
Here comes daddy or mommy. Oh, fuck those two.
I mean, in a world where a bunch of people can fly, sometimes getting thrown
Yeah.
into the air didn't really mean that much.
No, I think they get thrown into the whirlwind and get drowned. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, you're saying that, but you've said the conversation's gone on long enough, you can see that they're fine.
此物凶险异常，非我辈可助。当下先救人要紧。江公子、魏公子，你二人一组；忘机、金公子和我一组，分开行动。是。
This is what I used in my thumbnail last time, so I have to figure out what I'm doing for a new thumbnail for this time.
And now he's surfing. Awesome. I mean, I know he's still in the sword, so, you know, don't come at me like, well, I'm still flying. It's like, well.
I was legit thinking that, yes. It's more so I have to wonder if it's an element of balance, or is this like Naruto where they've got like chakra keeping their feet to the sword? Because the width of a sword is pretty thin to be balancing on.
Yeah.
这邪物真难对付。魏无羡，这边。
The arm grab.
Thankfully, it seems like they can control their swords in midair. So your sword coming down right after you, probably not as horrible as it seems.
Ew, that's gross.
Says two people with short hair.
No, I mean the putting the hair inside the mouth.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that if you had long hair, that might not be an unnatural thing for you. Then he died.
这，你救非揪着我领子干嘛？快憋死我了！
我不与旁人触碰。
咱们都这么熟了，哪里还算旁人啊？
不熟。
So I'm gonna start playing the Perfect Strangers theme.
兄长，水星渊未除。
I think our lesson to be learned from all this: guardrails.
Well, yeah.
A lot of dead people around here. Guardrails.
暂时将其封在碧莲湖，待叔父他们归来，再做打算。哎，剑给你捡回来了。嗯，在想什么呢？
没什么，在想水行渊的事。水行渊这东西，
You'd think if the sword had a spirit in it, you'd have summoned it from anywhere.
否则便会作妖。可一片水域要养出水行渊，也得之前常常发生沉水惨事，怨气够重够足才行。可采一镇人人都熟谙水性，怕是不可能养得出水行渊吧？
But not a lot of people,
那便是从别的地
or
方。
not all the people can swim.
兄长，近日有什么地方受过水行渊之扰？
岐山温氏，温家人也太过分了，自己解决不了，便驱赶出来祸害他人。
唉，温氏现如日中天，仙门大半都是其妇女，他家霸道专制惯了，我们难道还能控诉他们去？
可仙门百家再这么纵容温氏下去，迟早酿成大祸。
魏公子所言，甚是。
那魏婴说的轻巧。
Oh, I hope nothing comes of this.
就自己反啊，何苦拖其他家下水？
若人人都像你说的这般明哲保身，距仙门百家沦为温氏鹰犬之日，怕是不远了。枪打出头鸟，以后类似的话，最好莫再
The
说。
gun. They have gun here? In this?
严慎行事吧。
I mean, they could.
有些话
I think guns were introduced in the gunpowder in the 11th century or 9th century.
有点小意思，小小三郎君今早个救名字。
Well, again, this is not necessarily, you know.
She's the one from earlier. So you're stuck on the gun thing, probably not paying attention anymore.
有关。
又在搔首弄姿。
滚！姐姐，你看他好看不好看啊？
我也好看。
那 再多夸夸他。哎呀，你们看他是不是可爱多了？谁送他一个吧？只送我不送他，怕他回去跟我掐醋嘞。哎，蓝湛，你姑苏话真好听，你教教我姑苏话怎么骂人吧。
无聊。忘机，我看你想吃枇杷。
Loquat, that's what it was called.
不想。
Loquats come up, I think, a lot in Yatagarasu.
Oh.
I can't remember. They do something to them. They salt them, or they sugar them, something like that. I remember I specifically was looking up a thing where apparently they do, not in Yatagarasu specifically, like a legend of doing something to something that looks exactly like that will let you eat one and be full for the entire day.
Oh, kind of like the bread, the elven bread kind of thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with the druid things in D&D.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of like that, but like the real life legend or mythos around it. Because you can actually make it, but I think people have tried it and it's like fucking horrible and doesn't do what it's supposed to do, but it also looks exactly like that. But in Yatagarasu, the prince keeps giving it to his retainer, like in lieu of giving him time to eat food. It's like, here you go, have one of these and shut the fuck up.
I never heard about that fruit before. This is the first time.
But if I cracked open, well, you know what? Keep talking about the episode lessons.
I'm trying. I mean, we're talking about the fruit.
Yeah,
but,
but you keep stopping. Keep talking.
I know. I was just checking what the hell it was because I had no idea what it was. I was like, well, I never heard about it before. Thought it was something else, which clearly wasn't. But yeah, nice episode. Fight scenes were pretty cool. When Jing, it's like, resentment. He's figuring out his necromancy basically, bit by bit. I guess it might turn out to be the key to both fighting the war that's going to come against the Wind Clan and also, defeating this water demon. Or aqua demon, as they call it here, which is the same thing, really. Aqua being Latin for water.
I'm just going to read my note from Yatagarasu on this thing, just because it pertains to what we're talking about.
Okay.
So I was just going through YouTube Shorts the other day, and I came across this channel called Tasting History, talking about Kikatsugan, which for some reason struck me as looking like the balls the prince eats and has been giving Yukiya. I'm pretty sure that they aren't, and they just got named and stuff. Got distracted halfway, so I don't know why I'm pretty sure they aren't, and that they got named and the stuff in them was said to be a fruit that Yatagarasu specifically tend to not like, but for some reason this just got my attention. Kikatsugan are hunger balls created for shinobi to sustain them, much in the same way the prince gives Yakiya whatever he is giving him after long periods of not eating. Also interesting, Kikatsugan take 3 years to make, and supposedly eating 3 can keep a person healthy and full for a day.
Interesting.
That's the word there. I guess I'm saying it wrong.
Kikatsugan.
Yeah, and that's supposedly the real thing. Kikatsugan is not something from Yatagarasu. I'm referencing that maybe the thing in Yatagarasu is this thing. But yeah, on Tasting History, I guess they tried to make them. And yeah, it was fucking horrible.
It was much. It's like MREs, right? They're not supposed to taste good. They're supposed to keep you alive. It happened. So
Yatsugan, also known as ninja rations. Yatsugan refers to ancient Japanese ninja rations, hunger balls made from grains, ginseng, and yam, designed to sustain shinobi during missions, while loquat are sweet pear fruit-like. Okay, not the same thing at all. Might be the same-ish thing in Yatagarasu. I don't know. Still not figured that one out yet.
we're learning, folks. We're learning.
Well, just the interconnectedness of shows and whatnot.
So yeah, short, sweet episode to the point. They start dealing with the aqua demon and the spirits, shown that again, Wenjin is pretty capable, but not infallible, right? Because he got taken down, right, by the demon.
Well, I don't think anyone ever thought he was infallible. You don't get 2 months in the library for infallibility.
Well, that was this episode. Like I said, short, sweet, to the point. We get a new Lang Shan's older brother. We finally see him. The deepening connection between Lang Shan and Wu Jian.
Is it?
It seems so. Bit by bit.
I mean, I don't understand where you're getting that from. Legitimately, he pissed him off by appearing to attack him, and then it was like, no, actually, I'm just showing you that the underside of your boat's filled with monsters. And then what?
And rescued him.
Okay. So, what was the option? To let him die? Does that mean just saying, rescuing somebody who's in trouble mean that you have a thing for them?
Necessarily, but I mean, relationship could be that they're.
I'm just saying, you said the deepening of that relationship, and I don't think that's deepening. That seems to be the bare minimum. I didn't piss on your grave. I must love you? Like, what are we doing here?
His brother was like, oh, yeah, I'm invited. I know that you want Wen Xin to come. Wen Xin? Yeah. Wen Xin to come with us. Yang Chen. I don't want to say Wen Xin. It's, Wen Xin. And he's like, no, I don't. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because that sounds like Lanzan to me.
In his own way.
But the element here is that, again, you're using courtesy names all the time, so I'm like always guessing at who you're talking about. But thankfully, the characters are enough that I know who you're talking about when you're using the names that I don't recognize. So, like, his brother, it's like, okay, there's only one brother on the scene here, so I know who you're talking about.
I'll be in the board for next week. So, yeah. I like the episode.
Figure out what I did with the board 4 or 5 weeks ago this time.
Yeah, this is going to be very interesting coming forward. I want to see how they defeat the demon. I know what's going to happen with the Glen Clan, or I know in general terms what's going to happen with the Wen Clan. We don't know the specifics of how it's going to go. So,
well, that was the element of starting from the future and going to back.
That stabby situation is part of it as well.
Yes. All right. Well, I guess that is everything for this episode. So once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?